Hey, how are you? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Drew, aka Booty Sweat, and I kind of wanted to just throw this video up real quick. This should be a pretty quick one, but I am a Baraka main, and so I have been labbing the notorious Sheeva Stomp with Baraka to figure out consistent ways to beat it online. And I found a pretty good way for Baraka to consistently beat it. It works about 9 out of 10 times. So you really can kind of blow up Sheevas. And, you know, if the Stomp connects, it's doing like 10 to 15% depending on whether they amplified it or not. So if you do this consistently, as anyone knows, Baraka's punishes are huge. So you're trading, if they hit, they might hit you one out of a few times and get 10%, but every other time that you're causing them to whiff, you're blowing them up for like anywhere from like 30 to 45%. So it really is an effective way to deal with people who are spamming the Stomp. You can do it on reaction, so even if they're throwing in Stomps randomly, as soon as you see the Stomp happen, you can make this work. So anyway, like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And if you want me to make one for your character specifically, I might do that. I'm going to make one, I think, I'm going to figure out ways to beat the Stomp for all the characters that I play and start coming out with them one at a time. It really is kind of a weird situation where we have to make videos on how to beat this one specific move. But I think it'll be helpful. So if you're a Baraka main or you're thinking about picking up a pocket Baraka, you could pick up a pocket Baraka with this variation of custom moves and have a way to consistently beat Sheevas online. So anyway, without further ado, let's do it. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to look at is Sheeva's normal Stomp. This is not delayed. This is not adjusted forward or backward. This is just her normal Stomp. So with Baraka, literally all you do is on reaction when she leaves the screen, you just do a forward dash. And it misses every single time. And of course, you know, with Baraka, you get those big punishes. So, bye-bye Sheeva health. And it'll do it every time. You've got to kind of time it to where you actually get a punish like that. But if you do it, you're blowing her up for a ton of damage every single time. So just a little forward dash when she goes off screen and you're out of the way. Now, how do you deal with it if she's delaying? See, if you do a forward dash when she goes off screen and it's delayed, you get hit, right? So what do? Well, you can do another dash and that will get you out of the way sometimes, but the tracking on this move is such that that won't always work. So what can you do to be sure that it works? Well, all you have to do, and this can also mess up your punish. Say it ends up being just a short one, then you're not going to get your punish because you did a second dash. You're not going to be able to recover in time to get that second punish. So what do you do instead? Well, what I do is I do the first dash under the assumption that it's the normal Dragon Drop. And then if it's not, I notice she doesn't come down immediately. And so what do? I use one of the best anti-air moves in the game, Spine Burst. Look at the hitbox on Spine Burst. She goes up. Well, sometimes it's weird too. Sometimes it'll turn you around like that. Look how high in the air that hits her. She's not even on screen and she gets hit. I messed it up there. But so basically what I'll do is I'll do a dash, and if I notice she doesn't come down immediately, then I'll use Spine Burst. And because of the huge hitbox, it hits her so far in the air that you can get a full combo off of Spine Burst. It's pretty sick. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on random playback. She's going to cycle between doing the regular Stomp and the delayed Stomp. And I'm going to show you that you can get it pretty consistently with some practice, regardless of which one she does. Basically by just reacting. Again, what you do is when you see her do the Stomp, you do a forward dash. If it's not delayed, she comes right down and whiffs. If it is delayed, then you can counter it with a spine burst when you notice she doesn't come down immediately. So I'm going to have her cycle between the two and just kind of show you what that looks like. Okay, so now I have her cycling randomly between doing the delayed or the not delayed. You can see she did a not delayed and then a delayed right after. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this. I'm going to forward dash, and if she doesn't come down, I'm going to spine burst, and if she does come down, then I just get a punish, right? All right, so let's try it. See, it's that easy. This is random, so it's not in any particular order. I have to react to what she's about to do. So she did a delayed one that time, so I did a spine burst. She didn't do a delayed one, so she just whiffed when I dashed. And I get the punish anyway. Spine burst beats the delay. Dashing beats the not delay. Again, these are totally random, not in any particular pattern. So on and so forth. You'll basically, if you practice this, it'll get to the point where you can do it 10 out of 10 times. Just last night, I labbed this for a while, figured this out, and it got to the point where I was dodging about 25 of them and successfully countering them before I ever got hit by one. So now what happens if the person is using the enhanced Dragon Drop, and as a result they now have the ability to go forward or backward? Well, that will catch your forward dash, right? So basically at that point, the unfortunate thing is it just becomes a true 50-50. In order to avoid the forward or backward stomp, literally all you do is stand still. If you don't move, it'll whiff. So basically at that point, if they have the option to do that, you have to make a choice every time. So what I want to encourage you to do when you're going into a match with somebody who has the enhanced Dragon Drop equipped, where they can make it go forward or backward, do this strategy that I just showed you initially. Keep your head on straight, make sure you stay cool, because most people online are not going to start with the forward or backward one. Why? Because if you don't do anything, it whiffs and you get to blow them up for huge damage. Most of the time, people will start with the delayed version or the regular version, but usually the delayed version in my experience. So do this strategy that I just showed you in this video to start out. If they have it equipped and they start mixing in the forward and backward stomp, then you have to start playing the guessing game of which one they're going to do. That's more unfortunate. That's just kind of how the move is at the moment until NRS does something about it. But at least this way, you are going to have a consistent way to counter this move with Baraka. So again, like and subscribe if this is helpful to you. Comment down below if you have a specific character you'd like me to go over with how to beat this particular move. A lot of them, it's very similar. I might even just make a whole video on how to, like a quick guide for how to do it with every character. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, all right, hope you enjoyed. Have a good one and be blessed.